Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by MedVet. Every week we introduce you to a new furry friend looking for their forever home in our MedVet Pet of the Week. This week we are joined by Mary Salgado from the Williamson County Animal Shelter, along with pup Maggie. You can see us now. Here we go. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
And Maggie is such a good dog. We've gotten to spend just about 5 to 10 minutes here in the studio. She is well behaved. And boy, she wants to make some friends. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Yeah, so Maggie is about 4 years old. We call her a mixed breed. She's kind of just 100% good girl, honestly.
100%
She's fantastic.
Good girl.
She's super well trained. So she came to us not too long ago, and she's just been stealing everybody's heart since then. Oh. So she's really an awesome dog. She's super, like I said, super well trained. She knows sit. She's fully house trained, which is not usually something we can say automatically about dogs in our care.
So she's known a home before?
Yes, 100%. She has. She doesn't jump up unless she's super excited, but she's still really good at whenever we tell her to get down. She's been really awesome about that. And she's just honestly like the softest, sweetest little snuggle bug that you'll ever meet.
Yeah, you were telling me that she does love to snuggle, you know, up on you. She may not realize she's as big as she is.
No.
But at 4 years old, she's not getting any bigger, probably.
No, she's not. So she's the perfect size. She's fully grown. She's a compact 50 pounds, I would say. You know, she is 50 pounds, but she looks like she's more 40, honestly, when you meet her in person.
I agree.
Yeah, and she's just like honestly the perfect dog.
She's doing such a good job of like sitting and being treat motivated. Yes, girl.
Definitely.
And she'll perform sit for you on command, and the fact that she's potty trained is wonderful as well. So let's talk about who would be a really good home for her. Does she need to make sure she gets those walks in every day and get some of that energy out?
Yeah, I would say like at least one walk a day would be good for her honestly, because she's 4 years old, she's out of most of that puppy energy, so we don't really have to worry about that as much anymore. But she is honestly an awesome dog for, she could be for a family. I would say maybe not ones that are too young just because of her size. You don't want her to mow anybody down by accident.
And it would be by accident because she's
100%, because she's just excited to be around everybody and to see everybody. So yeah, she's an awesome dog. Another really good thing for her, she likes some other dogs too. She loves to play. She loves to meet other dogs. She sometimes can be a little particular about who she's friends with. Mainly she just wants someone. Maybe slightly, yeah. Mm-hmm. She just wants someone that's going to play with her and going to be awesome with her.
Okay.
But she really is such a sweet girl. She's very dog appropriate too. So she just wants someone that's going to snuggle her, that's going to be there for her. They don't have to be 24/7. She does like her sleepy time by herself and her naps. But just, you know, someone that she's going to have around that can say hi to her and that can snuggle her and give her all the love she wants.
Oh, that's sweet. And I really hope she finds a family who's going to say yes to her today. Look at you getting a little treat here and there because she's being such a good girl. Okay, she's also available at the Red Poppy Adoptique, and I want to make sure that we talk about that because that's still a relatively new concept.
Yeah, so it actually only opened back in July. So it is still a pretty new concept. It's where the old City of Georgetown Animal Shelter used to be. We do not have cats there, just so everybody is clear on that. It is a new concept in that we mainly only have dogs that are good with people and other dogs there. Okay. So we kind of specialize.
So that kind of says something about her
100%.
Even before you've met her.
Yeah, they have to be a very specific type of temperament to come to us. So we have quite a few of them there at the moment, but she is definitely our star in that she's kind of stolen everybody's heart there. She's the girl behind the front desk most of the time at this point.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah.
And she's got, I mean, I think you can see it on camera, but like a beautiful, almost reddish coat.
Yes, and her beautiful little honey amber eyes too that go with it are just gorgeous.
They'll melt you a little bit. That's really
100%.
sweet. Okay, so even if she's at the Adoptique or, you know, it's a dog or cat that's at your other space, how does the adoption process work?
So it's pretty simple. You know, we prefer you come in and meet the dog. We want to make sure that we have the right family member for everybody. So one of the things that we'll do for them, look at her right now.
She just wants to snuggle
She just
up.
snuggles right away. Yes, you do. So yeah, so we just prefer you come in and meet the dog. We'll walk you through most of the dog's personality. We'll make sure we tell you all that we know. So like we're lucky with Maggie that we know quite a bit about her. We don't always have that with other dogs, but we're really fortunate with her. We'll walk you through, and then if you decide that you want to take them home, you can take them home the same day. So it's really an awesome open process. You know, we're really open for anybody adopting.
Well, not only that, but Pet Adoption Week is coming up, so there are 3 different opportunities to take home a dog that day.
Yeah, and it can be like a fun little family outing if y'all want to turn it into that. So we have PetSmart that we partner with, and you know, we're doing our Pet Adoption Week. So on the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th, we're having events. The 24th is going to be at the PetSmart. That is in Georgetown off the University Boulevard. So that one's open from 11:30 to 4:30. We'll have some of our adoptable dogs and cats there. And then we have 2 more, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. They're both at the IKEA, the Round Rock, the PetSmart near IKEA in Round Rock.
That's a pretty good landmark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Helping
Pretty
people out.
clear,
Yeah.
pretty clear right off 35 there.
Okay, so 3 different opportunities, y'all. And then not only that, the Fur Ball. I love a good play on words. That's coming up before too long. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so that's November 8th. We're still selling tickets to that. It's going to be at the Sheraton in Georgetown. It's really an awesome event to come out and support. You can buy tickets online. It's kind of like a little celebration night for all of our adoptable pets and animals, and all the proceeds go straight back to our shelter. So it's a really awesome way to help raise money to save more pets and get them into more forever homes.
And it's a good opportunity for someone who can't be a foster, who can't bring home a dog.
Yes.
Go out there, show your support, put the money in, because it's going back to a fantastic organization.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
exactly.
Mary, thank you so much. And Maggie, you did such a good job.
Yeah.
That's a good girl. She's a good girl. For more information on adopting Maggie, visit wilcotx.gov/pets. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by MedVet. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Swift River Pecans, LLC. Offering high-quality pecan products grown with regenerative agricultural principles, it is a really neat time to stop by Swift River Pecans. We're learning more today with owner Troy Swift and with Molly Brown as well. So we're going to start with you, Troy. Talk to us about your pecans. Tell us why, these pecans are so great.
Well, we're in the native land of pecans to begin with, so they grow naturally very good here, but we also employ regenerative agriculture principles and really concerned about soil health and plant nutrition and therefore nut nutrition. So we think we're growing some of the best pecans money can buy. Let me show you what one looks like. This is a Pawnee that's actually fresh off the tree, and I'll show you how to hand crack it. What you do is you take the end off so you can see the 2 halves, and then you take the other end off. Now you go back to the end, you can see the 2 halves, and you go 90 degrees to the separator cork is what it's called, and you take off the side. Now, and then you stand it up like a clam, and you take it apart, and there's your 2 halves of beautiful pecans.
Whoa, they're gorgeous. Nice and large, too.
Yeah, these are Pawnee variety.
Okay, all right, Molly, I want to talk about pecans and their availability. Is it year-round?
Generally, they have to be stored properly or else you lose a lot of the flavor and color. So we keep our pecans frozen until they're ready to be cracked. So here they are available year-round, yes.
Okay, let's talk about pecan oil, because you're going to show us actually how you fill a bottle.
We use a screw press to press our oil. It's just a screw in a tube that squishes them really hard. Lower heat and, just mostly pressure to express that oil.
And so while she's doing that, Troy, talk to me a little bit about the benefits of pecan oil.
Well, for one thing, it has a very high smoke point, so it's very easy to cook with. It has about a 470 degree F smoke point, and so very good to stir fry in, but you can also use it on salads, you can use it on meat, and then if you really want to top the day off, go ahead and put it on your vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good. But there are some serious health benefits as well.
That's right. Pecan oil is high in antioxidants, protein, unsaturated fats. We turn our pressed pecans into flour. Those are great for recipes like brownies or breading chicken or fish. And the sediment that's left over in the oil is turned into honey butter. It's just mixed with local honey and bottled as is.
So what would you say to somebody who doesn't know that much about pecans to come out here and get educated?
Well, I would invite them to come here. If you call in advance, we're happy to give you a tour of the orchard. We can show you the man-planted trees like these Pawnee.
It's a pecan party. All right, y'all, thank you so much. Learn more at swiftriverpecans.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Swift River Pecans, LLC. Welcome back, everybody. This weekend you can party with our friends at Independence Brewing, who are celebrating more than 2 decades in business, 21 years to be exact. Founder and president Amy Cartwright is here to talk to us about the milestone and to tell us about what's new. So first of all, Amy, good morning.
Thank you.
You came to Austin at the age of 21, started Independence Brewing at 29, and so 21 years later than that feels somehow full circle for you.
For sure. When I first moved to Austin to go to UT, I was 21, got my first job at a brewery called The Bitter End. And so, yeah, it feels kind of full circle to be 21 years in business here in Austin.
It's amazing. And I want to talk about how rare it was 21 years ago and how women are still kind of pushing the glass ceiling when it comes to being brewers or distillers or winemakers, things like that.
Well, you know, the funny part is I don't think many women think that, oh, I'm going to be a trailblazer or it's so special. But, you know, women have come very far in the both brewery world, wine and spirits. So I am just one of a few, but I think that what's really awesome in Austin is that we do have a supportive community, and you know, if you have the passion and the wherewithal and maybe a strong back, you can make it.
Well, I'm happy to hear that because I know you're really inspiring to people who want to become entrepreneurs themselves. Let's reflect on 21 years. How has that felt, or how fast has it flown?
You know, the funny part about time is it just is, it can feel fast and slow depending on what's happening. But, you know, I think that in the last couple years especially, just coming out of COVID, we're happy to reconnect with people. And everywhere I go, it's just, you know, people remind me of things that either happened at the brewery or times that they met me over the years. And so, you know, I do find my time still working very actively in the business. So, you know, it makes me really happy when somebody says, you know, I met at your brewery, or I met at a festival where we had your beer, or, you know, just telling me about their lives and the impact maybe something like a Native Texan or a Stash or Austin Amber, these older beers that we've been making for a long time. You know, it does have, it draws stories out for people.
It does.
That's what I find.
Oh, and some of my first years here, it was one of the ways that we would connect is all of us would go after work or something like that, and we would go hang out at Independence Brewing.
We are infamous and / famous for the first Saturday parking lot parties that happened for 10 years. It was actually, it was before laws changed in Texas, so we weren't really allowed to have a tap room. So to this day, people will like stumble, like they'll drive into our parking lot and they're like, this is weird, this is a warehouse, are we in the right place? And so, you know, a lot of the location was based on, you know, 10 years prior to even being able to have that kind of facility. So,
oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then you see all the picnic tables and then you think, okay, I might be in the right place.
It's for those that like the adventure, for sure. And I always like when I'm there and somebody comes in for the first time, I was like, congratulations, you found it. It was worth it. They can see where we make the beer. Right when you walk in, we do have a tap room, but you can see our full packaging hall and where we can, every can of Independence.
Every single can. And some really good beers. I told you off camera that I don't drink IPAs, but Stash IPA I will drink because it is a delicious IPA, and that's one of your most popular sellers.
It is.
So in fact, you wanted to show folks a couple of the things that they might recognize if they head to the stores.
Stash IPA.
Yeah.
It's built Independence for sure. It's a classic West Coast style, bright and very citrusy. Very full flavor.
And after a long day, tastes delicious. Native Texan, and then what do we have over there?
I brought Austin Amber. It's also very classic, and I've just found people really gravitating towards nice malty beers. It's well constructed and just goes good with almost any kind of food you can imagine.
It's because you're so good at what you do. Okay, there is a party coming up this weekend.
Is.
Yes, on Saturday for people to kind of celebrate everything that you've achieved, and we're doing it as a throwback party, Y2K theme.
Yeah, so we have a Y2K theme, and people are like, why Y2K?
Why Y2K?
And you know, there's a couple things that we're going to be doing that are pretty hilarious. One being we're having a digital e-waste recycling program, so people can bring, you know, their old laptops, old computers or stuff like that. And I was really inspired by the fact that Office Space was filmed, Initech was about a block from where we're located.
A cult classic film.
And secondly, like for that first 10 years of the brewery, people are like, where are you? We're on Todd Lane. I don't know where that is. Well, we are right across the street from Austin Resource Recovery. And so, you know, if you've ever had to return a battery or something that can't easily be recycled, that was our inspiration for doing the digital e-waste program.
And in fact, you are going to pay homage to Office Space by having like a printer bust up.
That is correct. We have a heinous, very ancient printer that we are donating to the cause. We're going to raffle off an opportunity to have at it with a baseball bat, a la Office Space.
Smash it up. And then not only that, but you're airing a skateboard movie filmed here in Austin. You've got a live band. You've got more skateboard stuff. Tell us about that.
Well, so the skateboard stuff is really inspired by our new beer, Be Rad, which is named after our longtime master brewer, Brandon Radicke. And so,
I was thinking his name was Brad. Okay,
yeah,
Brandon
so
Radicke.
Brandon is not only just a genius when it comes to constructing beers, but he's really super nice and never corrects anybody when they massacre his name. And so oftentimes people call him Brandon, but it is Brandon, and his nickname at the brewery has been B-Rad for many, many years. And so part of the inspiration behind this beer was Brandon and his love of skateboarding, and we worked with some skateboard folks around town. Michael Sieben did the artwork for us, and so we're having a skate jam as part of the party, along with Weezer cover band, Wrestle with Jimmy, and we're going to do a best trick contest as part of the festivities. And
If
then
you haven't done skateboarding in about 20 years, maybe you practice before you show up. We don't want anyone hurt.
I know there's some rad dads that used to skateboard that might get on this little mini ramp, but yeah, you're right. You want to maybe dust off the wheels a little bit. But also, yeah, we found some old footage, an old skate video from the year 2000, and so it'll be the first time it's been screened probably since we had to convert it from VHS to digital to be able to do this. So I'm excited.
So many cool things. We'll have to leave it there. I just had a little taste of B-Rad, by the way, guys. It is delicious if you're an IPA fan. 100% two thumbs up. Amy, congratulations on 21 years.
Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate it. And guys, you can learn more about the party this Saturday, as well as what else is new at independencebrewing.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Ally Medical ER. As the kiddos head back to school, many parents worry about the wave of seasonal illnesses that often follow. Dr. Jessica Best, MD and Medical Director at Ally Medical ER Central Austin, shares what families should know when it comes to colds, flu, RSV, and COVID, and how to keep the kids healthier this semester and this school year in total. So Dr. Best, first question for you. With those kids heading back to school, what illnesses are top of mind for parents?
Oh gosh, well if you have any kids in daycare and school, you already know we're seeing it all. We have flu, we have COVID, we have strep, RSV, and many others that can sometimes present similar to each other and sometimes not. So unfortunately, once the kids get back together, you're going to see the bump.
But how can we help parents tell the differences, maybe if they're a little bit more simplistic between these illnesses?
Sure. So if you're dealing with maybe low-grade fever and runny nose and maybe mild cough, maybe we're dealing more with a cold. So maybe RSV. COVID can present similarly. Flu may give you that big high fever right at the beginning and myalgias or body aches.
So when should a parent take their child to the ER?
Okay, so if there's prolonged fever, over 100.4 degrees, especially getting up to those 102, 103, 104, where you're really getting worried, or maybe you can't get the fever down with Motrin or Tylenol, that can be very worrisome for parents and of course for your child.
All right, what should families do maybe to keep these illnesses, if they can, from ever entering the home? I know that's going to be an uphill battle.
Oh, it is, because you probably want your child to go to school or go to daycare. And of course, kids are going to play with each other, with the toys, put everything in their mouth, so it can be very hard to prevent this while at school. Hopefully your kid, the teachers and you are practicing good hand hygiene, teaching them cover their mouths when they cough. Maybe they wear a mask. Maybe you keep them out of school when they're sick to prevent the other littles from getting sick. There's COVID vaccine, flu vaccine that will help maybe prevent illness or maybe the severity of illness.
And how is Ally Medical helping families during this season? You're basically saying, we're not going to make you wait, and we're open whenever you need us.
Yeah, so we have 7 locations. One of them is likely close to you. We're open 24/7, staffed with board-certified emergency physicians. We get you in quick, we get you tested real quick, and we can usually get a treatment started in-house.
And I've used y'all's services, so I'll put my hand up and say, it was excellent. All right, Dr. Bess, thank you for what you're doing for our families this season. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ally Medical ER has 7 locations across the greater Austin area. Use online check-in at allymedical.com for added convenience. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Ally Medical ER. Welcome back, folks. Operating a restaurant for 50 years here in Austin is a huge feat, and in honor of all the folks who have supported them over the years, Fonda San Miguel has released a brand new cookbook. Co-founder and owner Tom Gilliland is here to tell us more about it, and we're happy to have him. Tom, good morning.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. So happy to see you. Remind us, if you would, about Fonda San Miguel and your inspiration for it 50 years ago.
Well, it was a surprise to be able to do anything that long. But however, I had a great partner who was the founding chef. And through the years, we kind of kept learning as we went. And it resulted in 50 years, which is a surprise to me as it is anybody else.
I am really impressed by that. I mean, some restaurants struggle to make it through year number 1, let alone the pandemic. All of us had to turn around on a dime, but you guys have come through sailing. And in fact, you're one of those spots that when people come to Austin, they want to make sure they visit. Is there a reason that you think that you've had such good staying power?
That's a tough one to answer. I think the restaurant itself is beautiful. The decor and the art, everything is really unusual and special. So I think when people hear about it, they hear about that too, as well as the food. And then over the years, we've had a lot of word of mouth, so it's helped.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that it's kind of still local word of mouth as well, because, for example, my in-laws absolutely love it. They live here in town. I'm so embarrassed to say I've never been, but we're going to remedy that after this segment. Absolutely.
We definitely are.
All right, let's talk about the cookbook. So gorgeous to me. I love the cover of this thing, but actually this is the 3rd cookbook. You guys have come out with one about every decade or so.
We did one on our 30th year, and then our 40th year, and then this is the 50th.
The 50th year.
Yeah.
And so what are people going to find inside of here?
Well, there's going to be a lot of recipes, great photography.
Beautiful photography.
And then there's going to be quite a bit of art. There are inserts inside of the book that demonstrate all the special pieces of art, although we have so much art that we have a couple of warehouses full.
Wow.
And we rotate about every 6 months.
Wow, I am impressed by that.
There are like 4 of these, which have
little pull-out pages.
Little plates that show the different art that we have.
Is this you who curates this?
Well, I don't cook and I don't bartend, so the only thing I do is buy art.
You and I talked off camera, and you said, I know how to hire the people who do the really good stuff.
I have to, because I'm a little lazy.
We can't rely on you for the cooking skills, but this has stood the test of time, and it is all down to you.
Found good people.
Making the right choices, that's right, and good people for it. Okay, when we talk about art and its inspiration on food and vice versa, can you tell me what draws you to the art that you pick that goes there into the restaurant?
Well, I have a secret on how to find art. Go looking for art and try to get lost. Take the wrong turn and you go down some alley or go down another street, and you'll discover things that you didn't know were there. If you go looking for art, maybe it'll find you. So that's kind of the secret.
I love it.
Don't have a preconceived notion about what you're looking for.
Yeah, you don't want to say it has to look like this.
Well, a lady who was the wife of a curator of a famous museum and I were talking, and I said, she asked me, how do you find art? And I kind of told her, she said, no, that's wrong. She said, you have to look at a piece of art and don't say that you like it and buy it, but ask if it sings to you. And if it sings to you, then it's probably the right thing to do.
Wow, I really like that. We could be starting to have an interior design discussion here if we wanted to. I want to make sure that we get your new information out, so I'm on page 256. Tell me what I'm looking at here.
Well, we're opening a new place in about 3 weeks rather. It seems like 3 years, but it's going to be a new breakfast and lunch, because we don't serve breakfast and lunch at Fonda San Miguel, and people kept asking. So we had this special lot. It used to be a washateria, and we finally decided to turn it into a restaurant.
Okay, so I'm going to try and read it. Zin Zun Zan, is that correct?
Zin Zun Zan.
Zan, okay, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. So it's a breakfast and lunch type restaurant,
yeah,
okay.
And bakery, have a bakery.
Bakery, okay, and speaking of, we have marranitos de mole here from your pastry chef, gingerbread style, almost cookies.
Little piggies.
Little piggies, how precious are they?
And then we have a special pastry chef, and she's really wonderful, Ariel, and she is going to be in charge of the panaderia, the bakery, and this is something that she's done.
Oh, man.
She's very creative, and she's extremely good.
I would say, I can't even tell you guys how good this smells just coming off. The smell of pigs. You would never say that you'd like it until you were smelling these. It's amazing. All right, let's talk about, if somebody hasn't been to Fonda San Miguel before, they haven't seen this explosion of art going together with the food, and maybe they don't even know what to order when they come in the first time. What would you suggest to them?
There are too many specialties. And I think when you order from a menu, it depends on your mood. And then also on the server, if you're not aware, to be able to explain it correctly. Now, I always tell them to try to be able to be well-versed enough to be able to explain the menu to somebody from North Dakota and or somebody from Mexico City.
Okay, so someone who really knows a fair amount about Mexican food and somebody who knows almost.
That's right.
We assume nothing. And real quickly, where can we get a hold of your book?
Well, I'm told that it's going to be on Amazon, and it'll be in local bookstores, Barnes & Noble. There's several wonderful local bookstores.
I was going to
in
say,
Austin.
like, book people as well. Yeah.
And then we're going to sell them at the restaurant, and we're going to mail them if anybody wants to ship them.
Hey, and you're going to hear me say this a lot. Holidays aren't too far away, y'all. Anybody who has come away from Austin and they're missing it, or they really want some good food, this is a great option.
It's a great book, it really is.
Oh, Tom, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on 50 years.
I can't believe it.
We'll make sure we have you for 60 as well.
And we'll see you for dinner.
Yeah, for more information, visit fondasanmiguel.com or follow along on Instagram at fondasanmigueltx.
Following the release of their brand new album, Maroon 5 are hitting the road this fall for the Love Like This US tour, and they're coming right here to Austin live from the Moody Center. So joining me now are lead singer Adam Levine and guitarist James Valentine. What's up, guys? How are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. Pumped to be speaking with you both. So I'm really excited about this album. And Adam, I know that you recently said that this album feels very authentic to kind of who Maroon 5 is and kind of returning to your roots in a sense. So tell me a little bit about the album and then what kind of makes it stand out in today's ongoing kind of ever-changing music scene.
You know, I think that for this album, we just were very focused on just doing what felt right and in the moment and not kind of not paying too much attention to what was happening in out there in music and doing what we wanted to do and making the sounds that we wanted to make and having it be that simple. I mean, not having an agenda as far as what we wanted to achieve, with the record, and I kind of started getting way into like these amazing samples that we were digging up and working with those and like kind of early 2000s kind of vibes of sample-based music and writing to that and having so much fun writing to these old songs and adding my own flair and James putting his thing on top of it, just really cool, weird ways of doing it that we just have never explored before. So it was just kind of like in that way, I think it's a really pure expression. So we're creatively just really, really happy with the way it came out.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's a really unique album. One of the things that stands out to me is some of the collabs that are featured on this piece, including names like Lisa and Lil Wayne. So can you kind of tell me how some of those maybe collabs or duos came to be?
It's funny, like Lisa was one of those things that just serendipitously, it's kind of like, she was just the person that I thought would be perfect for the record. I'm like, man, like she's got her whole vibe, like what she encompasses and who she is just really fits this song and the song's sentiment and the whole vibe and feel of it. And so like, we were just super happy when she said yes. It just seemed like a great fit. It was natural. Her verse killed and she did a great job and just like, I don't know, just all that's kind of in the vein of the album too. Like that just was all very easy and came together very easily. And she was like our first choice. It was just, okay, this is perfect. Wayne had actually done a verse with, or I'd done a hook for one of his songs a few years ago. And so it was kind of just like, getting each other back. And like, he was super down to do it. He loved the song. And yeah, super easy.
Yeah, I love it. Well, James, can you tell me kind of what fans can look forward to with this fall tour? Because you guys are going to a lot of big cities.
Yeah, I mean, we're really looking forward to getting back out on the road because, of course, the last couple of years we've done our Vegas residency, which was an incredible experience, but we're looking forward to actually seeing the fans and seeing the country again. And I think what fans can expect, we're out promoting a new record, but we certainly want to play all of the fan favorites, and we want a show that is all killer and no filler. So if you come out, I don't think you'll be disappointed. You're going to hear your favorite songs, and we just have a great time. And if you've never seen us live, it's a different experience than the albums. So
yeah, it's a rock show.
It's a rock show.
And people also, we've always wanted to make arenas feel intimate and personable and kind of connect with, because it can be so hard to do that in an arena setting. So like, we've been doing it for so long that that's what we've been focusing on the whole time, is like making it feel like a club, making it feel like a theater, making it feel small. And I think that we've gotten good at it. And I think that it's really just one of those amazing, fun, incredible experiences for everyone involved, including us. We love it so much.
And an all-encompassing experience. I think that's really good. Now, James, I like how you said all killer, no filler, but that leads me to my next question, which is there a particular song that you all just get super like buzzed about to be able to perform, and then maybe a song that you kind of like dread performing? I just have to imagine, as guys who've been doing this as long as you have, that you maybe have particular feelings about certain songs in your catalog.
I've loved and hated certain songs because some songs are really hard to sing. That's my own perspective, but I mean, what do you think?
I mean, well, it's such a predictable answer, but my favorite song to perform has always been This Love. I just love the feeling in the room once we go into that. And as far as songs to play, so we do an acoustic version of She Will Be Loved, and I love that song, and I love the connection that fans have with it. Sometimes I'm playing, the opening chords of the songs, and then Adam will speak extemporaneously for 25-30 minutes, who knows.
Obviously, good word.
And so I'm just sitting there holding the chords, so sometimes that becomes a physical challenge.
He gets annoyed.
I get a little bit annoyed.
Oh, man, I have to play the chords for a little bit longer. I'm James, I'm a baby. I like to talk, I like to shake it up. I like to see how the audience is doing. I gotta check out.
No, it's great.
I gotta take the temperature. I gotta take the pulse of the audience. You gotta give me a little bit of time. You gotta play those chords. Maybe you can stop every once in a while.
Yeah, my fingers just get a little sore.
Maybe sometimes you should just stop and be like, I'm not doing this until you stop talking.
I don't. The fans deserve better than that.
You should just work your calluses, make them a little bit more reinforced.
Sounds like you guys might need some couples therapy to work this out a little bit.
Never listening to me.
Okay, guys, well, I'm curious to know as well, as I mentioned, you've been doing this a long time and you've kind of kept up with your success in so many ways. So how do you feel like you've been able to stay true to who you guys are?
This right here.
Yeah.
This. See this? This is how we do it.
Repair. After our. Yes.
Are you comfortable with this?
No, I'm gonna hold it.
We argue, we fight, but at the end of the day, we come together.
That's right.
This is my brother. I love him so much. He's not actually my brother, but he's like my brother.
Get it. Yeah. Well, guys, my final question for you. What kind of impact do you hope this album has on your fans?
I hope a good one. I mean, I like to project and think that it will be a great impact on our fans. Everyone seems so. Yeah, I mean, we're super happy. It's one of my favorite albums that we've made, and because it's us, it's just us.
Yeah, I love that. Well, of course, fans can listen to Love Like This on all music streaming platforms, and you can catch Maroon 5 live from the Moody Center right here in Austin on November the 4th. Adam, James, thank you guys so much.
Hey everyone, Alyssa Bergamini is standing by with the best new releases from Logitech at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Melissa Bergamini. Scan the QR code on your screen to shop and save. And today we're showcasing Logitech's newly announced line of products. So let's jump right in. Get ready to feel the road like never before with the Logitech G Racing system. The RS50 base delivers 8 nanometers of direct drive peak torque with true force feedback, letting you feel every turn and every bump. The RS Wheel Hub has 13 programmable buttons, adjustable pad shifters, and quick release for fast swaps. It's customizable and compatible with PlayStation 5, 4, Windows, and more. Next, the Logitech G Astro A20X Lightspeed wireless gaming headset. Weighing under a pound for total comfort, it features PlaySync audio for seamless switching between Xbox, PlayStation Switch, and PC. Enjoy ultra clear communication with a high-res microphone and Blue Voice tech. Customizable 8-zone LightSync RGB adds style, while 40mm Pro G drivers delivers immersive audio. Connect via 24-bit Lightspeed wireless Bluetooth or USB-C. Now, meet the Logitech MX Master 4 mouse. It is for creators and professionals who demand so much more. Feel your work come to life with customizable haptic feedback that enhances shortcuts as well as notifications. The new Actions ring brings up tools with a gesture and scroll up to 1,000 lines per second and stop precisely with the mag speed wheel. Connect via USB-C dongle or Bluetooth for flexibility as well. With ergonomic design, thumb scroll, as well as quiet clicks, it is the ultimate productivity partner. Finally, the Logitech Signature Slim Solar Plus K980 keyboard. It is a full-size wireless keyboard that types instantly under any light with Logi Light Charge technology. With a decade-long battery life and up to 10 million keystrokes, you can automate your day with smart actions and easily switch between devices like your PC, phone, or tablet, all via Bluetooth. Let's take one last look at Logitech's latest line of products. Get them before they sell out. Head to epicdiscounts.com or scan the QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products mentioned by going to KXAN.com and clicking on the Marketplace tab.